One phone call was all it took to move more money than most people see in 10 lifetimes. Who steals $200 million and then records themselves doing it? In August 2024, a man in Washington, D.C. lost more than 4,000 Bitcoin in a single afternoon, at the time worth over $230 million. The people accused of taking it were not seasoned criminals in suits. They were in their late teens and early 20s, and prosecutors say they met on gaming platforms like Minecraft and in Discord servers before they ever met in person. This story matters now because it marks what investigators call the first Bitcoin-linked RICO prosecution in US history. It shows how ordinary group chats, the same kind used for gaming and memes, became the coordination room for one of the largest single victim thefts ever recorded. The story starts quietly, sometime around October 2023. According to prosecutors, a loose circle of young people who knew each other from online games slowly turned their friendship into something else. A criminal enterprise investigators, later nicknamed the Social Engineering Enterprise. Their method was not hacking in the Hollywood sense, it was persuasion. Investigators say members would first identify a target, often someone with a large, older cryptocurrency wallet, then impersonate customer support staff from companies like Google or the exchange Gemini. On August 18, 2024, prosecutors allege the group targeted a single man in Washington, D.C., a creditor of the bankrupt exchange Genesis. In the days before, they allegedly triggered fake unauthorized access alerts on his devices using VPNs to disguise their location. Then came the calls. Prosecutors say Jandiel Serrano and Malone Lamb phoned the victim, posing first as Google security, then, once they had enough information, as Gemini support. Convinced his account was at risk, the victim reportedly handed over details that let them into his Google Drive, where his crypto storage information was kept. What would you notice first? A strange login alert or a call that sounds official? Within hours, more than 4,100 Bitcoin were gone. What happened next is what makes this case unusual. According to cybercrime investigator Zach XBT, several members of the group had been recording their own group chat as the theft unfolded, and screen capture software leaked identifying details, including at least one participant's real computer username. That mistake gave investigators a thread to pull. Within weeks, Lamb and Serrano were arrested, Lamb in Miami after arriving by private jet, Serrano in Los Angeles. Over the following year, the case grew far beyond two names. By 2025 and into 2026, prosecutors had charged 14 people in total, describing a structure with hackers, target identifiers, callers, money launderers, and even people who carried out physical break-ins to steal hardware wallets. Federal prosecutors allege the group stole more than $263 million in cryptocurrency in total between October 2023 and May 2025, with the single Washington, D.C. theft accounting for roughly $230 million of that. Zach XBT, a pseudonymous blockchain investigator, published an on-chain analysis within hours of the theft, tracing stolen funds through exchanges and identifying wallet patterns that led toward real identities. Evan Tangerman, one alleged member, pleaded guilty in December 2025 to a racketeering conspiracy charge and admitted to laundering at least $3.5 million for the group, including converting crypto to cash and renting Los Angeles mansions under false identities. He was sentenced to 70 months in federal prison in April 2026. Investigators say Lamb spent lavishly during the following weeks, reportedly purchasing more than 30 luxury cars and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single night at clubs, though as of late 2024, well over $100 million remained unaccounted for. Not everything in this case is settled. Lamb has pleaded not guilty, and according to his legal team, intends to exercise his right to a jury trial, with proceedings expected later in 2026. The exact number of people who watched or participated in the group chat during the theft itself remains unclear, and prosecutors have not confirmed every individual's precise role at every stage. Reporting also differs slightly on the exact dollar value recovered by authorities, likely reflecting the fact that Bitcoin's price kept changing while the case moved through court. Behind the headlines is one man in Washington, D.C., who lost his savings in an afternoon. A reminder that cryptocurrency theft is rarely victimless or abstract. For him, this was not a number on a screen. It was money built over years, taken in the time it takes to answer a phone call. The case has also reshaped how exchanges like Gemini and companies like Google think about impersonation. Support staff, account recovery systems, and verification calls have all come under new scrutiny because of what happened to this one person. Think of cryptocurrency like a bank vault, with no branch manager standing guard. Once someone tricks their way in, there is often no one who can freeze the transaction. This case also shows how RICO, a law originally built to prosecute organized crime families, is now being used against a decentralized group that mostly knew each other through screens. It is a sign that prosecutors are treating online criminal networks with the same seriousness as traditional organized crime. Finally, it is a lesson in operational security, or the lack of it. The very tool the group used to coordinate, a private group chat, became the evidence that helped take them down. What we know, a Washington, D.C. victim lost over $230 million in Bitcoin. In August 2024, a group of young people are accused of orchestrating it, and at least 9 have pleaded guilty so far. What we don't know, the full outcome of Lam's upcoming trial, and exactly how much money will ever be recovered. That question, how it all ends in court, is where our story turns next. More sentencing hearings for already pleaded defendants are expected through 2026, based on the pace of the case so far. Malone Lam's trial, currently expected around October 2026, will proceed largely as scheduled, though delays are common in complex federal cases. Whether a significant portion of the remaining unrecovered funds will ever be traced or return to the victim remains uncertain, given how much time has passed and how far the money was laundered. A group chat meant for jokes and coordination became the record of one of the largest thefts in crypto history, proof that even the most careful crime can be undone by an ordinary mistake. If this story pulled you in, our next video, The Hacker Who Took Down a Country's Power Grid, follows a very different kind of digital crime with very different stakes.